Hi ladies, it's Ziva here. Welcome back to my channel, girls. So obviously we're just going to ignore whatever's going on here. I think I've got some oil on from my hands and then I don't know what I've done. Anyway, we're just going to ignore that because the top is actually matching my earrings and I'm not about to change. So yeah, so let's get into today's video. Oh, but first of all, let's just address the elephant. Of course, I did not do a video last week. I just was not feeling myself. I wasn't feeling up to it and I decided to scrap the video altogether because it just wasn't giving me the energy that I needed to kind of give. But this week I'm feeling a lot better. And also, look at these shoes. How cute are these sandals? I just got them in the post. I ordered them last night on next day delivery. They just arrived and these are so cute. So I wanted to share them with you in case anybody's interested. These are from Pretty Little Thing and I will link them in the description box in case anybody's interested. So yeah, cute little mule, daytime mule to wear. So loving these. Now let's get into this video, which is really about, it's going to have a mini story time in it as well, but it's about you not over analyzing every single thing. I feel like lots of people put lots of pressure on themselves to meet somebody, to meet the right type of person, to go to the right places, to look like absolute perfection, and at the end of the day, like, that's just setting yourself up for stress. And for me, I don't like to live my life in a stressful way. I don't try to be perfect. You know, even right now, I mean, my hair doesn't look perfect. My top doesn't look perfect. It's just like, obviously I'm not going out with this top. Let's just be very clear. But it's not that perfection is needed. Okay, as long as you're putting in effort and you're putting your best foot forward and you're going into certain places, the areas that you know that the men who you want to date are in, then you're doing everything that you need to do. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I get lots and lots of questions. Where do I need to go exactly? What bars should I be going to? What restaurants? Where should I sit? So I decided to do this video to help people out. Now, if you are wondering where you can actually go to meet the people who you would like to meet, then I wanted to tell you some fun ways that you could maybe go about doing that. And the first way, I think I did this before and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to tell you about it when I come home after I do it. So, speed dating. Lots of you are probably like, what, speed dating? That's ridiculous. No, it's not, because it's fun and lots of you need to actually loosen up and stop being so uptight and get that stick straight out of your butt, because it's about realizing that dating is actually supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a bit silly at times. It's supposed to be like that, and lots of people just take it way too seriously to the point where it's just not fun anymore. Speed dating is somewhere that you can go and you can meet different people, but you're actually meeting people in the age criteria that you're actually interested in, which is something that lots of you actually find difficult when you are, let's just say you are, I don't know, let's just say you're my age, let's say you're 30 and you really prefer guys who are around 50 years old. Then it can be challenging sometimes to meet people in that age range, because naturally people who are younger are going to be approaching you more frequently, because in this day and age that's more the norm than a 20, 25, 30 year age gap. So you've got to realize that the norm is going to happen to you predominantly, and if you put yourself into an environment where you are surrounded by men who are in the age criteria that you would like to date, and maybe that event for speed dating is in the area that the men who you want to date are in, Bob's your uncle, Betty's your aunt, and if you're not British then that won't make sense to you, but if you are putting yourself in those situations, then basically you're good. Okay, it's just a fun, light-hearted way for you to actually meet the men who you want to meet, and to go into maybe a new dating experience, and to lose your uptight, overwhelming ways, and to just have fun with it. I feel like that's the first place that you can go to actually meet people. The second thing I wanted to tell you was also not just speed dating, but events. So you can actually go to different events to meet like-minded people. You could do wine tasting events, you can do maybe an art class, salsa lessons. You can do different things where you know that other people are going to be in. There are other people going to be participating in these classes. It's not only going to be you, and also these events if you choose to do events. So it's another way that you can meet people, and people who are interested in the same things as you. Maybe it's that you're joining a group more strategically, and maybe it's in an area, an affluent area, and you know that most likely the men who I'm interested in would be at that type of event because they live in those areas. I'm going to book myself an event or a class to go to that's in those areas. That's another way that you can go about meeting people without having to stress yourself out with going to a restaurant, wondering which restaurant to go to, what bar to go to, what this, what that. No, you can relieve some of that stress by doing it this way. So just to go back a tiny bit, if you want to do speed dating or you want to go to events, so just go to Google and type in wine tasting events and then the city that you live in or the area that you want to do the wine tasting in. It's another avenue for you to actually meet people organically, because most of you want to meet people organically and you want to ditch online dating behind, and it relieves the stress and pressure of you actually feeling like you need to be at a certain place at a certain time. This way you need to be at the class at the time you need to be there. I feel like it relieves a lot of stress and worries for you. So there's that. Now with speed dating, I actually booked myself a ticket to go to a speed dating event. When I go to that event, I am going to come on here and I'm going to be telling you all about it, just in case you are actually feeling nervous about going. I'm going to be giving you the tea on the speed dating event, and I have done one before. It was lots of fun. Even though I didn't like anybody, it was fun and I enjoyed it, so I'm going to do it again. So the third tip is the super casual settings, like the park. So for instance, if you live in London, you're going to go to Hyde Park because it's a huge park, or maybe you're going to go to Holland Park. They have a really big park there, and obviously it's in an area, an affluent area, so you maybe want to go to somewhere like that. When it's a nice day, people enjoy taking a stroll, and you would be surprised how many people you can actually bump into on a casual setting and a casual encounter like that. Lots. So it's about not just thinking about the restaurants, the bars, the blah, blah, blah. It's about also putting yourself in casual settings that are very relaxed to meet people that way as well. And I recently did this. I was not trying to meet anybody, honestly. I was just going out living my life, because that's kind of how I like to live my life. I just like to put my best foot forward. I do what I tell you ladies in these videos, literally put my best foot forward, leave my house, and you know, just do whatever I have planned to do that day. That's what I do. And on this particular day, I took myself to Hyde Park and I wanted to walk through. I went somewhere, honey. No, I went to Selfridges and then I went to Hyde Park, and the plan was to walk through, have a nice stroll, sit down on one of the benches, then go to Harvey Nicks to buy some makeup. When I was actually walking through Hyde Park, I noticed that there was somebody who I would say looked up my street was standing kind of like close to me, was walking like very close to me, but you know, I was just in my own zone, so I just carried on going where I was going. I went down to the lake, I took some pictures of the ducks, and I was just having a really nice time. And then I found there are some benches that I like to sit on, and I found one of those to sit down, and I wanted to have a look for exactly what makeup I wanted to buy in Harvey Nicks, so I didn't have to spend forever in there. So as I sat down, the man who was actually walking next to me caught up with me, and he said, oh, I think we had the same idea. I was just about to sit down here as well. Do you mind if I share this bench with you? And we literally got talking. Long story short, he took my number, we went out on a date, and that was literally just a casual, organic encounter whereby I was minding my own business. Like I tell you, look your best, mind your business, live your life, and allow these men to actually approach you. As long as you're in the places where these men are, then that's, and you put your best foot forward, honey, then that's all you can do. Okay, that's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else, well, apart from what I'm telling you. Yeah, if you want to do like more, you want to do like the most, then obviously do the events, do the speed dating. You can do wine tasting for singles, or you could just do regular wine tasting. Whatever nice areas there are in the city that you live in, that is where you are going to go. And that helps you to eliminate the stress, the worry, all of the questions that you have swirling around in your little beautiful pretty mind, and it helps you to just calm down, take it down a few notches, and have something planned. The fourth point I want to make is also going to art galleries and art exhibitions. Lots of people probably don't do this. I personally haven't yet, but it's something that you could do. Lots of people are into art. It's kind of a big thing. I'm just not really that person that's into art. I love the art, but when it comes to art as in a paintbrush or whatever type of art it is, I'm not really into that. But if you are, or even if you're not, and it's a strategic event placement that you're putting yourself in, then I feel as though that could be a good one as well. As long as you're in the areas where the art exhibition is in, that is an affluent area, you still have a good chance of bumping into the men who you want to bump into. Imagine if you're actually looking at a piece and somebody who you like comes up and they're looking at the same piece. I'm pretty sure that a conversation is going to stem, whether it's what's your take on it, or if you go over to where you see somebody looking eligible and you just say, wow, this is a beautiful, it's stunning, isn't it? Or just something, an icebreaker like that just sounds natural and organic. That is a conversation starter. And I just feel as though I might actually do that, and then I can actually come back and give you an actual story time or something about it. But that is a good one to do, because if you're looking at art, you're not just going to stand there being completely silent. If somebody actually comes over, I'm pretty sure there's a 50% chance of a conversation stemming about that piece of art that you are both staring at. Okay, it's one of those situations. The fifth and final relaxed atmosphere for you guys to maybe meet these men who you want to meet is, I got this idea from you actually, from you ladies watching my videos. Lots of you actually talk about coffee shops. I'm literally not a coffee shop person. Maybe like a cute cafe, maybe like a cute, you know, French patisserie, maybe something like that. That's more me. But lots of you actually do enjoy coffee shops, and you say that it's a very organic, natural, easy way to meet men who you want to meet. Some of you actually take your laptops and you do it that way. Some of you have a notebook and you're writing things, or some of you are simply just enjoying, you know, a hot drink or something. and you have actually told me that you have met people this way, and I think that that is absolutely amazing. So I wanted to come and bring it on here. I personally have not met anyone that way, probably because I'm not really in coffee shops, but at the end of the day, maybe I should give it a go and then I'll be able to come and tell you. If I do go to a coffee shop, it's more like a cafe, maybe like a cafe concerto or something. So it's a little bit more, it's not as relaxed as a coffee shop. So maybe go out, try a coffee shop that's in a nice area, or maybe you're going to be in the city where there are, you know, maybe bankers, or you're going for that type of coffee situation, vibe, area, location. But whatever you choose to do, make sure that it's in an area where you know that the men who you want to date are in. And that's the best advice I think I can give you. So with that being said, I'm going to love you ladies and leave you here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate every single one of you who watch me and who get information from these videos. My Instagram's right here on the screen, and also thank you so much for all of the purchases on my beneficial dating ebook. I have seen lots and lots of purchases recently, so thank you so much for that. I will have it linked in the description box, and lots of you do actually give me reviews on my Instagram. You send me a message saying that you really enjoyed the ebook, you found it very helpful, and that just means so much to me, and it really does. It makes me doing these videos worthwhile, and also the interaction, I really appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you, especially when I was absent last week, and I know the people who are going to still watch this video, my ride or dies, I know that you're still going to watch it, and I just love you ladies, seriously. So with that being said, I'm going to love you and leave you here, and I will see you beautiful women in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely have another video for you before Sunday to make up for not uploading last week.